Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt Leighton, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the top 6 mistakes that your real estate agent is making. If this is your first time on my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you always stay up to date on the latest real estate video. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the top 6 mistakes that your real estate agent is making, starting with mistake number 1, which is not submitting your lowball offer. It is your real estate agent's job and legal duty to submit an offer on your behalf. And if your agent is forcing you not to submit an offer, or if they're telling you that they submitted and then, immediately you hear back that it wasn't accepted, or you kind of think that, they never submitted it in the first place, you may have yourself a problem. Now let's get one thing straight. There's nothing wrong with your agent coaching you, showing you the comparable properties, going through the recent sales, and maybe coaching you on why a lower offer may not make sense. But this is for those times when you're thinking about putting in the offer and your agent says, oh no, they would be offended by that offer, or no, you can't submit that offer would be offensive. Well, offensive to who? The agent? There's only one person that's going to be offended, that's the seller, and you don't really know if they're going to be offended or not until you actually submit the offer. So whether the agent thinks it's offensive or not doesn't really matter. What does matter, and listen to me carefully, is you as a buyer need to have that clear communication with your agent, work with your buyer's agent, find those recent comparable properties, because depending on your market, it may make sense to put in that low offer. You just need the comparable properties to back that up. So arm yourself with those comparables. Understand the market you're in. If you're in DC, LA, New York, you can just go ahead and skip this part, the lowball part of the video. But seriously guys, depending on your market, it may make sense. So work with your agent, understand your market and your comparable properties, and arm yourself for when you do submit your lowball offer. Mistake number 2 I'm seeing is agents are not getting enough information out of the seller and out of the seller agent. When I'm a listing agent and I have a property on the market, sometimes I'll get an email and in it will be an offer, and I'm thinking, yes. Then the second thing I'm thinking is, who the heck just sent me this email? I don't know this agent. They've never called me before. They never emailed me. They weren't at my open house. What the heck are they doing submitting an offer, right? I'll get an offer out of the blue. And guys, I don't need to know their life story. I don't need to know everything about them, but I do want to know, hey, why are they moving in? What do they, love about the property? Do they have kids that are going to the school? I want that underlying motivation. When I'm the listing agent, I want to know why they're buying it. Are they going to be living there? Or is this more of an investment deal and they're just putting an offer out to, whoever responds back best? So when I'm the seller agent, I want to know that buyer motivation. And it works the same way on the other side too. If you're a buyer and you're looking to purchase a property, your agent needs to figure out the motivation of why the seller is selling. Is there a baby crib and a baby on the way? Did the sellers get divorced? Are they moving for a job? This motivation matters. Why does it matter? Because it will give you more leverage and it will help to formulate your offer. Okay, they're moving for a job. They need 90 days, a 30-day rent back. Excellent, we'll include the rent back. Oh, they're moving because a divorce and they're losing a ton of money. Excellent, got just the thing for you. It's called a lowball offer. A lot of times agents will divulge more than they should, especially on the listing agent side. There's the saying, loose lips sink houses. That's not the saying, but you know what I mean. One time I was talking with an agent that was selling a property. She told me over the phone it was listed for, I don't know, 400, it doesn't matter what. She said that they would accept, the sellers would accept $10,000 less than the list price. Thinking, okay, maybe they'll accept $20,000, maybe they'll accept $30,000. Could you imagine if that seller was on the same phone call as us and they heard their agent who represents their best interest to say, oh yeah, 10,000 off, yeah, take it. They'd be furious. So whether you're buying or selling, before you submit your offer, try to figure out that motivation, because it will help you in leverage, in negotiations, and formulating your winning offer. All right, so mistake number 3 that I'm seeing real estate agents make is that they are agreeing to list your house at a price that will not sell. Now, the next statement I'm gonna make is gonna sound cliche, because it is. There's a lot of hungry real estate agents out there. Would you agree with me? A lot of hungry real estate agents. So when you sell your home and you interview 3 agents, that's what you're going to do. You're going to interview multiple agents. There will inevitably be at least one agent that's going to agree wholeheartedly with your price. Wow, Mr. Seller, excellent price. In fact, I can get you $50,000 more. But guys, if you put a property on the market that's overpriced, you're going to likely get less money than you would have if you had just put it on at the correct market price. What's going to happen is, guys, everyone knows the first couple weeks are crucial. That's the best time when you can get the most amount of money for your house. That's the time when buyers are going to be looking, and they won't even schlep out to your house if it's overpriced. It's going to log days on the market, and it's going to sit there vacant. And then pretty soon a new wave of buyers is going to come, and they're going to see your house is logged all these days on the market. They're going to wonder why it hasn't sold, and they're going to honestly wonder what's wrong with it. And then it's going to be at that point that the agent that recommended that overinflated price is going to come back to you and say, hey, I did everything I could. The market took a downturn. We need to lower our price significantly. Effective marketing starts with a good list price. Let's get one thing straight. The list price is only a marketing tool to get the highest price out there. I'm going to say that again. The list price is only a marketing tool to get the highest price out there. There's only 2 people that determine the price. That's the buyer and the bank. The buyer, the person that signs on the dotted line, and the bank that funds the deal. There's only 2 people. Well, what if it's all cash? Fine, one person. But let's not dive into that wormhole. There's only 2 people that determine the price. You gotta have a good list price for effective marketing. So when you're working with your real estate agent trying to determine the best price to list your home at, be sure that agent is providing realistic and similar comparable properties so that you go on at the best price possible. The 4th mistake I see real estate agents making is cutting their commission instantly. And how often do we see this? A listing agent goes in, has a great presentation, and right before the seller signs, they ask if the agent will cut their commission. And what does that agent say? They say yes. They say, oh yes, I will do that. Why? Or how about this scenario? If you live in a condo community or another neighborhood that gets a lot of real estate ads in the mail, you're going to see flyers or brochures from agents that will do the same thing at half the price. The same thing. So let's first start on those that cut their commission instantly. If you're a seller, what you're essentially doing is you are testing that real estate agent's negotiation skills when you ask them to cut their commission. And when that agent immediately cuts their commission, they've pretty much proven to you how good they are at negotiating. That agent has just shown you that even they don't believe that they're worth what they charge, and they immediately cave. And now, guys, imagine if you actually go out and you do hire that real estate agent who immediately cuts their commission. What's going to happen during negotiation when your sales price is under fire from lower offers? You think that agent is going to care about that extra $5,000 or $10,000 they're trying to get you? They already showed you that they don't care about their own net worth. Why would they care about yours? And how about those discount agents out there that advertise they're going to do it at half the price? Well, that's what sets them apart. As a real estate agent, you can differentiate yourself on value or price. You can differentiate yourself on having 30 years in the industry, having all the designations, having the insider knowledge, and knowing every house on the block. Or you can differentiate yourself on offering the lowest price of all your competitors. And if you're selling a house, you may think that you could save some money by spending less on a real estate agent, right? If you're trying to get the most nets, the most in your pocket, doesn't it make sense to spend less on a real estate agent? Well, think about it this way. If you're spending less money on the person that's hired to advertise your house, if you're spending less on the person that's advertising your house, won't you get less advertising for your house? If you're spending less, you're not going to get more value, you're not going to get more service, and you're certainly not going to get more marketing. Now, I know where this is headed. There are absolutely agents out there that are not worth their price. There are agents that shouldn't be in the industry. They have no business opening up any doors, writing any contracts, being anywhere near a set of keys or lock boxes. I get it. But if you're trying to save some money and you think it's by going with the bottom feeder, the lowest option out there in your marketplace, and you think you're going to get the same level of value, same level of marketing, same level of service as you would from a regular agent, you're going to be in for a surprise. The fifth mistake I see real estate agents make, and guys, just so you know, I'm not perfect, right? I'm not up here saying that everyone else is making mistakes and I'm not. I am definitely guilty of some of these, guys. I'm getting better every day. I think I'm good. I think I have a long ways to go. I'm trying not to commit these mistakes. Let's move on. Actually, I've never done the whole sell the house for half your commission because you have no spine and no backbone. I've never done that before, but some of the other ones I may have been guilty of at one point or another. Anyways, the fifth mistake that I see real estate agents make is not properly telling the seller how to prepare the house for the market. And this we can break down into two different facets. The first that we'll touch on is not wanting to disrupt the seller's life during when it's time to put the house on the market and during showings and whatnot. And then the second is not providing or maybe suggesting upgrades and improvements, repairs, things of that nature when it's clear that it would make a significant impact on the bottom line. Story time. I was on a listing appointment the other day. The seller asked what needed to be done before we could put the house on the market. I went through my list and he responded and said, wow, that seems like a lot. That seems like a lot of work. I don't know if I could do that. And you know, I forget what I ended up telling him, but you know, immediately in my mind, I thought, good. Like it should be a lot. You are selling your $700,000 house. There's gonna have to be work that needs to be done. Like you don't just go living your life the way it has been. This is a two-way street. I'm gonna be recommending things to do because you want the most for your house. If your real estate agent doesn't say anything, or better yet, if you're a seller and your life doesn't change, it's not disrupted, you're not doing enough. Things like renting out a storage unit, getting furniture out of your living room, less furniture is better, plugging in air fresheners, some of these things may be burdensome, but you're gonna do it. And you're gonna do it because the house around the corner is not gonna do it. And they're not gonna do it because they're too lazy. You're gonna look amazing compared to your competition. And at the end of the day, you're doing the work because it's gonna make a difference in your bottom line. So I hope for the sake of your bottom line, your real estate agent is recommending things that, you know, make sense, but just be prepared to have your life a little bit disrupted, maybe a lot of it depending on your situation, but you're selling your house. Guys, how often are you selling something this expensive, this valuable, this key to your well-being? You should expect some level of disruption. Speaking of getting the most money possible, right? Getting the most, your bottom line, getting the most money out of the buyers. I'm also seeing, I don't know if agents are too scared or they don't know how to broach the topic about upgrades. You know, if you're seeing in your marketplace that homes with hardwood floors in the living room are selling for $20,000 more than comparable properties and putting in hardwood floors would only cost $10,000, you do that deal all day long. Okay, I get it. You know, it's so easy for a real estate agent to stand up here and say, hey, spend the money. But you as a seller and your real estate agent need to be diving into the comparable properties and looking at key areas, whether it's, you know, new lighting fixtures, new countertops, new paint. Paint is a big one. New hardwood floors, all of it, one of it, some of it, it doesn't matter. If it makes sense to do, you should absolutely consider this as a slight upgrade before you go on the market. Guys, time is money. So do you want to sell unrenovated in 6 months, or do you want to spend $10,000, sell in 2 months and get $15,000 more, $5,000 delta difference? Obviously, we're using extremely simplistic numbers here. Dive into those comps. Time is money. Renovate, consider the small renovations, and hopefully you're asking your agent, at least ask if anything is worth upgrading before you go on the market. All right, so the sixth mistake I see agents out there making, and this is gonna be the last one that we cover, is it's a big one. It's not telling the truth. And I'm not talking about, you know, malice. I'm not talking about intentional deception or anything like that. That's always going to be out there no matter what the industry. And I'm not even talking about, you know, an agent who may have received information, conveyed that information turned out to be false. I'm talking about agents that are scared. They're scared to talk to their client. They're scared to tell their client the truth, to tell them that their house smells like wet dog, to tell them that their house is $50,000 overpriced. I'm a firm believer that every problem is a communication problem. You need to hire a real estate agent that will look you in the eyes and will tell you what the issues are. Because if you're selling your house and your house is on the market, there's a reason your house is not selling, and your agent knows that. And if you're purchasing a property and you know the last 3 offers that you submitted didn't get accepted or you got outbid, there's a reason that you lost out on those 3 houses. And your real estate agent knows that. It seems like agents, dance around topics. They're not straightforward. They're not upfront. It's almost like they're offended or they're scared. This needs to stop. For the sake of the agent-client relationship, I really hope that you move forward with an agent that you can talk to like your best friend, that will tell you the truth straight up all the time. All right, so there you have it, the 6 mistakes I see real estate agents making. Guys, I can make a list of like 50 mistakes, but I wanted to do the top 6 mistakes that real estate agents are making. Thank you so much for watching. My goal is to provide so much value to you. So if there's anything that you'd like to see, any improvements, maybe I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. And if you found this video helpful, please do hit the thumbs up button. Lets me know kind of what you're interested in and what I should do more of. Okay, thanks again for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.